Hey, how's it going? You guys have a good time? It sounded like you had a good time. My name's Josh Horowitz. I host a podcast called Happy, Sad, Confused. Thank you. But tonight it's not about that. Tonight it's about you. It's about your obsession. It's about the internet's obsession. It's about the world's obsession. The new season is upon us. Are you guys ready for it? This show is beloved by you guys. You make it happen. Not only this audience here in New York City, but audiences around the world have just watched the first episode. So thank you guys for tuning in and being so devoted to this show as it enters its final season. No tears, right? We're in this together, guys. We're also in this tonight with an amazing panel of the creatives, the actors behind you. I'm going to ask some questions, but more importantly, I'm going to ask a bunch of your questions, fan questions from around the world. So we're off to the races. Shall we do this thing? Okay. Give a huge welcome to the showrunners and executive producers of You, Michael Foley and Justin W. Lowe. Join us, please. Come on over, guys. Charlotte Ritchie is with us. Charlotte, please join us. We have a new addition to the cast, of course, Bronte herself. It's Madeline Brewer, everybody. And we can't do this without this man. Please give a warm welcome to Joe Goldberg, a.k.a. the actor and executive producer of You. It's Penn Badgley, everybody!
Hey, Josh.
Hey, man. How you guys feeling? That's a lot of love. This is a special night. Are there tears? What's going through your brains and heart right now?
It's very cold in here.
Yeah, let's start with that. It's cold.
I've never seen the show with an audience before, so this was a fantastic treat, and thank you all for coming.
Yes.
Yeah, really. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, we were just talking backstage about how unusual it is to hear so much laughter, but so many ironic moments. So yeah.
Has it officially hit you that this is it? This is the end?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, it's felt in some ways like the end for a while because we finished the last episode in August. So that's pushing on a while ago. But we always have a big break between the seasons, and I really think it's sort of as of this moment, it's probably dawning, and then tomorrow, of course, the thing comes out, and then there will be the what would you call what happens after the show? The buzz, whatever it is, the response.
Yeah, they call it the buzz.
The reception, all the things around it, all the things around it, and then I think it will start to feel like it's over.
Are you ready, though, to say goodbye? This has been a big part of your life and career.
Yeah, I mean, certainly, especially these two men as well. All of us, and then these two folks right here. I mean, for some time, you now a few years, and then you like a really potent year of your life. So I was 30 when I took the role, and I'm turning 39 later this year. I'll be 40 next year. So that's applause. Age. This man is aging like the rest of us, but not quite, right?
Always an actor seeking validation. How great do I look,
I
though?
didn't do anything to earn this. Nothing about it. But it's been a definitive experience. I don't know. I have said so much about it. Now I need to find new things to say about it, and maybe I'll need time for that. I think.
And the sense of finality for you guys. I mean, you've obviously put it to bed in terms of production, the edit, everything. But does this feel like a whole? Now you give it to the audience. Now you get to see what they think of what you've done.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of TV in the last 10 to 15 years, like a lot of shows, and we've all worked on things that, you really care about them and they're great people and they're great projects, but then like maybe not a lot of people see them. So what I will miss is that people loved this show. They knew what it was when you told your aunt what you were working on. And they're like, oh, yeah. People light up. So, I mean, just one small story. We, for a few months this season, the writer's room shared the same floor as Abbott Elementary writer's room. And the first time we were all going to lunch by the elevators, and Quinta Brunson came out, and she just looked at all of us, and she pointed at each one of us, and she goes, I'm afraid of you. And which I thought was so funny. And so I'll miss moments like that.
So Quentin's in the new season. That's what you're trying to say?
Yes,
Stay tuned.
I wish.
As you might expect, we have a few fan questions. Let's get right to it, okay? Our first fan question is from Gia. This is for you, Penn. Joe's charm has always made the audience feel complicit. He kills, he lies, he stalks, and we still root for him. Do you ever feel like the line between critique and romanticization blurred a little too well?
I suppose the easy answer is yeah. But that's the point. I mean, look, it's really hard to talk about this season in particular without having gone on the journey altogether. I mean, I really hat off to to Justin and Michael and the whole writers' room. I mean, but I think landing the plane this year was like a nearly impossible feat. And there are brilliant shows that don't stick the landing, and that's fine. A show isn't always about the ending, but this show, because it's ended well, this is just the beginning. There's 9 more episodes, and this is like only the it's not even an aperitif. It's like there's so much that happens that grounds the entire series, and so I would just say, again, short answer to this question, yes, and yet that's the exercise. But it's so hard. Yeah, there's like so many things I want to say, but I don't want to spoil it, right? I mean, I don't want to spoil anything. So yes.
Would you rather watch the rest of the episodes or have Penn act out the other 9 episodes right now? The one-man you from Penn Badgley. This is for Penn and Charlotte. At the end of season 4, Kate, of course, asked Joe if they could keep each other good. Is that dynamic strong enough this season?
Yeah, it's really strong, and that's the show.
One episode, we're out. Yeah.
It's a show about a marriage.
Yeah,
really,
they're just
in the
happy.
end.
We go through. No, I think unfortunately there is a sort of insuppressible rage in Joe, and I think Kate has good intentions, but he loves it. So there's only a matter of time that they can kind of keep it up, this facade. But there's good intentions, and we find out already episode 1 he lasts about half an hour. So yeah.
3 years and a half an hour.
3 years.
Half an hour plus 3 years.
I know. It's true. Yeah, give them some credit. 3 years of no killings. Go on.
100 minutes. How do you measure
How bad
Joe's
is Joe?
patience or something?
We'll work on that one and come back.
An official welcome to Madeline Brewer to the world of you. Did you know what you were getting into? Had you seen the show? You can be honest.
I never saw an episode. I'm the biggest fan of you. Are you kidding? I watched it when it was on Lifetime. I've watched it since the beginning. I love this show. I've been begging my agent to find me a place somewhere among any actor on the show.
Funny thing is, we have the same agent.
We do.
Actually.
So I did have a good chance. But I've really been saying anything they need. I'll play anyone. I'll do anything. I want to be a part of this show. I love this show, especially the first season is one of the greatest seasons of television. I like bar none. I love it. I'm very proud to be a part of it. Thank you for having me.
So what's it like to step into that world you're so familiar with? That must be a moment. Like, there are a lot of cool moments in an actor's career, but when you're walking into something you already love, you know has the pedigree, you know the actors. What were those first days like on set?
Yeah, I was, well, I'd had a conversation with both of you about who Bronte is in one way and then who she might be later.
There are layers.
There are layers.
So hard to talk about all this without the, you know what I mean? Because there's
There's no, what else can I even say?
yeah.
Nothing.
Can I say she's so brilliant? It's
Shut
so brilliant. You are. It's so embarrassing for me to do that, but like,
If I did that to you, you would crawl inside of your own skin.
I'd push you backwards like that.
I'd kill you.
No, please don't do it. No, but I really, it's such a huge thing, and it's the final series, and you just really, it's a
Oh,
huge
Charlotte.
role. Anyway, I had to
Got
say
it.
it.
Anyway,
I haven't drinking. I haven't drunk a drop. I haven't been drinking. I promise. Don't say. I genuinely haven't drunk a drop. Don't mention it. It sounds like you have. Maddie.
No one speak. Let her continue.
Someone else do it.
Monologue.
Yeah.
I'm super stoked to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm a big fan, and I'm so proud of Bronte. I'm proud of who she is and what she represents, and I'm immensely proud to be a part of this show's legacy and to be a part of the ending of Joe Goldberg, whatever that ending may be.
Maybe Penn can inform us on how Bronte rocks Joe's world a little bit. Can you hint a little bit about?
Again, it's very difficult to do without a spoiler. And this is like, if I was in an interview with just you, I'd be like, well, let me talk about it, and then we'll figure out what a spoiler is. But because
You
there's
people are
here,
watching,
I think there's people here who are really invested in going through the experience together, right? So I will be careful. So the question was like how exactly she is maybe different or something like that. I would say that what. Something like that. Blah, blah, blah. I would say that she becomes an avatar for your experience with the show. Yeah. Oh.
That's good.
And that's true, right? And that's a nice
safe
thing
to
to
say,
say,
yes.
right? Isn't that a nice little teaser? Yeah.
Wonderfully
Yeah.
vague.
Yeah, and that is where I think, like, again, the latter half of the season, as it is every season, like, you know, don't forget you've been through this before, right? You know who he is. The first half is always the love story, and the second half is the real story, and it's actually quite a slow burn, so I'm telling you, it's so satisfying to talk about this after you have seen it, and so I just keep trying to figure out how to be like, it's a good ride. It's a good ride. She's an avatar for you.
Well, this is a 10-hour live stream. We're all going to watch it and then continue in a second. This is a virtual question from Mary in the audience for Charlotte and Madeline. What's one red flag your character ignores that you personally never would?
What could it be? Something. For me, it's the murder.
You're saying that's a red flag. That's a
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow, picky. Yeah.
What about you, Maddie?
Well, no, because that's a spoiler, so I can't.
So hard. You can't.
You actually can't answer that question,
I
can
actually
you? You
can't
can only
answer
answer the
that.
question if it's something from this episode. What would be a red flag from this episode? Nothing. He was perfect.
I
He
don't
was
know.
so chill
The
and
fact that he
calm
was
and
so
rich.
ready to bash my brains in, maybe. Right. So prepped and ready to commit an act of severe violence on just a poor girl.
Well, once to
It's
be fair,
good.
once he saw you were a poor girl, then he was like, well,
And there he goes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Back to his old tricks.
Ken, what are some of your favorite traits of Joe? What do you admire in Joe?
His listening. His listening. No, okay. So seriously, in order to ground a character like this and find new corners of his psyche and stuff, I think, you know, he's not real, but let's make him real for a second. If that person was real, there would be a point where he was an innocent boy, you know. And I think that's the person who, you know, I don't talk about that boy in press a lot because I say F that man, right? But actually, between action and cut, that's who I'm sort of holding and working with, and I don't judge him at all. And so actually, he is the truth about someone like him. He believes in the role of a protector, and protection in and of itself is not inherently bad. It's also not inherently good. It's actually an attribute that is contingent on a circumstance of danger. And if you're a protector without danger, well, what does it mean if a man identifies with being a protector? It is a great thing when there is danger, but how do you transcend that role when there is no danger? Because most of the time there's not danger, you know? So he needed a protector at some point that he did not have. And you know, sorry to that boy, like, want to hold that boy. But then he became a man who creates danger in order to become a protector. So you know, does that answer the question?
It's a good answer. I like that. I like it. This is for Eddie and all of you. Verity in our audience wants to know if you could bring back a character from the dead, who would it be and why? Who gets a second chance at life that sadly is no longer with us?
Mine is easy. It's Beck.
I would bring Love back. She would have been a very terrible ex-wife and made his life...
Especially the zombie version of her, too. Then what are you going to do?
Spin-off, sequel. Any other nominees? No, those are good? Okay. This is from Brooklyn M. They want to know a favorite on-set memory. First thing that comes to mind. Great memory, on-set, indelible in your mind forever. What brings a smile to your face?
I don't know if you were there for it in the same way. I know that it started with you. Charlotte's just going to be like, I have no patience for this man. The pirate voice.
Oh, yes. Yes.
The pirate voice. I don't think I did it with you as much because it was a scene. Oh, I did the pirate voice to no end.
It's a sort of Cornish pirate that I think Penn convinced himself he was really good at.
There's no world where I believed it was good.
There we go.
It was a bit like this.
Maybe it's Irish.
No, you know what it was? It was because we had a scene with Henry, with Frankie.
Oh, you had to do. Yeah.
And I spoke to him like a pirate for a moment, and I was really struggling with the fact that I had to do something reprehensible later, and this was sort of a coping mechanism, and I just spoke like I was speaking to my 4-year-old for about 4 hours. I mean, the fact that I'm even doing it like this for you right now it's borderline many things. It's terrible on so many levels. And
It's
yet
so
here I am
interesting
bearing
you
my
would
soul.
felt the need to bring it to more people. It seems really. Yeah, I think that's. Yeah,
He said
I think more
first thought. The man said first
He's
thought.
very
I was like,
proud of that
well,
pirate voice. Let
this
him be
is-
proud.
This is it.
This is more of a therapy session than an actual promotion for the show.
It's yeah. This is how you keep the levity. This is how you keep the levity. Sure, let's.
No, I'm with you. No, I agree. I totally agree. I was going to choose a moment, but I can't say it because it's a spoiler. There's so many things that I'm so worried I'll say. Someone's saying.
By the way,
I have a
let the fact that we are really sort of wary of saying anything, just let that be a promise of there being a lot of surprises in store for you this season.
Yes, so this is in the trailer, so we can talk about it vaguely. But there's a scene very late in the season where Joe has a lot of blood all over his mouth and in his teeth. And it's quite grotesque, and we were about to shoot the scene, and Penn had the blood all over his face, and I was looking at it, and I was like, is it too much? And Penn looked at me and he goes, Justin, if not now, when? He's like, this is what we're here to do. And so we kept the blood, and he was absolutely right. So
Did he say it in a pirate voice, though?
I wish. No.
Be it too much, Justin. If not now, I ask you, Justin. I cannot believe I'm doing this in front of.
Why?
How many people are in here? Ooh, God, I'm sorry to all of you.
One of the joys of this season is you're back in New York. Talk to me a little bit about coming full circle, being back in New York.
The crew getting to come back. We were here in 2017 over in Queens shooting at Silver Cup. When we realized that we were coming back around, that we would be back at Silver Cup, we got our same producing director, Marco Siega. We got our same line producer, Jason Sokolov. The camera operator who works very closely with the actors. That meant the world to us. If you told me in 2017, making our little Lifetime show, that 7 years later, we'd be working with the same crew in New York, with a global smash, never would have believed.
Yeah, because in the days of streaming, it doesn't happen anymore. It used to, but yeah, and we went around the world with it. It was really nice. It was really nice. I'm almost reticent to say because it's like we shot this in the same stages as Gossip Girl. Yeah. Yep. There we go. That's why I was reticent. But I'm glad that you appreciate that.
By the way,
Yeah.
Penn, do you remember we were putting Jasper through the meat grinder in season 2.
I'm like, you have to be more specific.
And it was long takes because you're putting body parts through a meat grinder.
Yes.
And that's when we were lighting, and I was like, I haven't seen Gossip Girl. What's it about? You gave me like a good 90-minute synopsis of
Did
the
I?
entire series.
Wow.
Between takes. It was wonderful.
Wow. Oh yeah. This is right. The prequel to Joe.
Not that the fans have any crazy fan theories, obviously, but what's your favorite crazy fan theory you've heard over the years?
That Natalie, the next door neighbor from season 3, was Joe's mom. Yeah. It's the one that I remember the most. I don't know if it's my favorite. I don't know what would make it a favorite, but yeah.
There are some corners of the internet that thinks that Joe is maybe gay, and we don't think so. The gays can thirst over
we,
Joe.
the show, or
What's
we-
the reasoning?
Everyone? Yeah, we don't claim Joe.
Yeah, what?
Don't
yeah,
do
yeah, no.
that.
Yeah, what would be the reasoning there?
I don't know. Maybe it's fanfic. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we know it's fanfic.
One of the fans wants to know about the many literary references throughout the show, obviously from Don Quixote, Count of Monte Cristo. Do you have a favorite literary reference, one that maybe slipped by the audience or was a little harder to detect?
I think I referenced Lady Chatterley's Lover, which is kind of like a very flirtatious thing, bit sexy. So I just liked how cheeky that was of Bronte, very bold. I think she's cool.
Love it. Becky would like to know about props you might have taken home. Did anybody take anything authorized, unauthorized from set?
Everybody looks to me. So okay, so the one thing I took home for the entirety of the series, mind you, apart from a few books, we all take books because the set is full of thousands of old books that no one will ever take or use. So why not? It's a boring answer. Those jogging pants? I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Those navy blue jogging pants. At the end, I was like, can I? And I took those.
I took 10 books. I mean, what am I going to go into the Moonies and not? I took them in a Moonies bag, too. I have my Moonies paper bag that was filled with my 10 books, and I got some good clothes. Bronte's got some good clothes.
Also, did you get one of these? I think you did. There was a thing, I don't know why this happened, but somebody printed like a 3D version of your head.
Oh my God, it's on my wall.
Like a teeny.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
forgot about that?
So hold on, wait. We have to make sure this is not a spoiler. But I had to get my. So I always have
don't
many
need to-
injuries.
You don't need to say why. We don't need to say why. Just that. Well, you can say why.
Well, but like,
There you
why
go.
would we? Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, no, for no reason that we will.
for no
We had a
reason.
miniature.
There's a little 3D print of Penn's head.
Yeah.
And you
You've got
had
one
it,
each.
and then I had it at the wrap party. I made everybody take photos of
That's
it, and then
right.
I was like, "What do I do with this thing?" And I'm not kidding you. I put it on my wall. It's just there.
Mine's on my bookshelf. I'm like
And-
that.
Pretty disturbing looking.
I mean, it kind of looks like it's in a museum.
It's really weird.
I don't know why. I just was like, "Here we go." Put it
feel
up on the
weird
wall.
having it, but I feel weirder throwing it away.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
That's
something
exactly
about
it. It's
the
like,
thought
what
of
am I
it in the
supposed to
bin
put
like
it in
that.
the trash?
Yeah, yeah.
Penn's
Yeah.
head? Do you know people would pay good? They would pay good money for that.
And you don't want to hear the garbage man's reaction when they find that in your trash.
I have Penn
Yeah.
Badgley's head in my trash.
Kind of exciting.
What, any collection of Joe's hats, aspiring hats? Who has the?
Definitely took one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in this season, I feel like he had some nice hats, and like you, lovely people can wear that hat.
Yeah, makes us
And
invisible.
if I wear the hat out, like that's a joke. That's like I'm trying to think of an example. That's like it's going out in the world in wardrobe and just being like,
Leland would like to know, look, we've been teasing the audience about season 5 a lot. 3 emojis that would describe this season. Who wants to nominate an emoji or 2 or 3 to describe this season?
oh, that's tough because we really don't want to spoil anything, right? Michael just gave me like a. Right now, I'm still your boss.
I'm policing.
Right? I mean, but seriously, I that makes me nervous. How about the sweat emoji? Why not? Blood.
I think the
Eggplant.
fire heart
Yeah,
emoji.
that's
That's
safe.
good.
Fireheart is
Sweat, blood, and
Fireheart
eggplant. A lot of
is
sweat,
good.
blood, and eggplant on this show.
those two girls that are holding hands and dancing, like the twins.
I was going to say that.
Were you-
I don't know what. Like the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's something about that. Yeah.
So as we sadly wrap up, just hours away from the audience getting a chance to see this final season, we've kind of prepared them, but is there anything what do you want them to know about what you poured into the show over the years, over this year? How do they emotionally prepare for these last batch of episodes, you think?
Just binge it.
Yes.
No, I mean it in the best way because it's not just a satisfying ending. It's like God, I don't want to spoil it. It's never been more important.
It's very much of a piece. You know, usually we know where we're headed mid-season finale, the end of a season, but we sort of like close some doors and open new ones as we go. This one, because it was the final season, we knew exactly where we were going.
Yeah.
So that's why I think binge it because it's very much.
It's just sort of like it's a piece. It's a pièce de résistance.
French now. Yeah.
Oh, I just try to have fun. You know what I mean? Trying to have fun. Trying to just have
water.
some fun here.
Does Pirate Pen have a last word to the audience out there? You did this to yourself, by the way. You did this.
I did. Oh wait, is this being live streamed?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So check out the rest of the
Wait, is
season.
it being recorded?
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Woo, okay. All right. That changes things a bit.
Okay.
It does change things. And yet here we are.
Here we are. Enjoy season 5, the final season of You Guys. Spread the good word. You can stay up to date by going to todoom.com for all information on you and many other things. I want to thank the creators, the showrunners, the cast of this amazing show. Thank you for what you've done for this audience out there, here, and around the world. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. Spread the good word. Enjoy the final season of You. And I'll say to this audience here, I think you all have hats, right? Put on your hats. We're going to take a group photo. We're all going to do a
Everybody's
photo.
got hats, right?
Okay?
Put on your hat.
How are we doing this? Are we...
I think we're going to stand, and a photographer is going to do a little photo with you guys in the front and them in the background.
Okay.
Cool? That work?
Ooh, it's
Goodbye, you.